This is how to increase your credit score using a credit card in the most simplest way possible, right? So let's start with the basics. So there are many types of credit. For example, installment credit, that's basically like your car finance or your car loan or your personal loan. That's installment credits because you pay the same amount every single month, right? And then there's revolving credit, which is what our credit card is. So what revolving credit means is that if your credit limit is 10,000 Rand, for example, and then you use 3,000, but then you pay back the 3,000. So I'm going to turn this into a plus. That 3,000 becomes available to you again to use. It's not just gone. So that's what it means by revolving credit. It just keeps spinning on and on. So you pay it, it becomes available, and then you pay it, and you use it, and it becomes available. Okay, you get it, right? And then another basic, your due date and your statement date. So your due date is when you're supposed to pay back your credit card, whether it's a minimum amount or whatever amount that you want, but we'll get to that. So usually the due date is like on the 30th or the 25th or whatever, and the statement date can be whenever. I'll just make an example and say the 12th, right? It differs for everybody. If you want to know when your statement date is, please call your bank, or with most banking apps these days, you can really just chat and then they'll give you an answer, or you can search for your credit card, where your credit card is, and get credit card information, and it will tell you when your statement date is. And then utilization. So your utilization rate is how much of the credit you used in your credit limit. So for example, we'll use the 10,000 Rand example again. If you use 4,000 Rand from that 10,000 Rand, then utilization rate is 40%, right? That's just an example. So then how do we then increase our credit score using our credit card, right? So the golden rule of thumb, right, to keep your credit score while not moving either up or down, just keeping it stagnant, then your credit utilization shouldn't be higher than 30%, right? But if you wanted to increase, I would say it should be lower than 30%. And if you can, try your best to keep it at 15%, right? So this is a part that confuses most people, right? So you pay your credit card off on the due date, which is on the 30th. But the thing is that it does have a little bit of impact on your credit score, but this one has the biggest one. It's your utilization rate.